Ahmed Kongola, the Chief Executive Officer of Bull Football Club. I joined Bull FC in the season 2019-2020 in the second round of the league, that is in December last year. I joined when the league was on a break, and afterwards it resumed the second round. Unfortunately, the league ended prematurely because of the COVID-19. As an administrator, Bull FC is the best club every administrator would wish to work for. And as I was working for other teams, my target was always to work for a brand like Bull FC. And I'm really very happy when I joined Bull FC. And I pray to God that I come with my experience, wherever I got it from, and join Bull FC with the team I found here, and we get the best out of it. Not much has been realized, but as our target, one was to make Bull FC #1 in Africa and Uganda. We embarked on making the club professional, and one of the first things we embarked on was to make sure that every staff of Bull FC, be it a player or support staff or a coach, all of them are contracted. They have a running contract. We don't work with somebody who doesn't have a contract. We also made sure that all the monies which are supposed to be earned by the Bull FC staff are through the bank, and we identified one bank, that is KCB. All of our monies, be it what comes in and what goes out, is through KCB Bank. We also came up with a strategic plan of 5 years, and to hint partly in what is in that strategic plan is that in our first 2 years, after the first 2 years, we want to make sure that Bull FC does not go on the market to buy players, but we want all players coming from Bull ladders, that is academy, that is under 17, under 18, under 19, and by the time these players finish under 18, they join the senior team automatically. So we are looking at that to strengthen the team to have our own, so that they can compete with others. First of all, we embarked on employing young technical personnel, and when you look at our technical bench, we have a youthful head coach. Actually, if he's not the youngest, then he's the second youngest in the league, and his philosophy, he wants to have entertaining football, attacking football, and when you observe what he's trying to do, is bringing in players who can do exactly what he promised us. So in 3 years, we expect the Bull to be the top club in Uganda, and we are very sure that if all goes well in the 3 years to come, we must have won at least one of the trophies that we compete for in this country. That is the Uganda Cup and then the league, if not a double. We give players contracts. We have a home now. We don't have this business of not being sure of where we are going to host our games. It is now history. We have an MOU with the Chabazinga of Busoga, and our contract is running for 5 years, so we'll be hosting our games from Bugembe Stadium. We also have an MOU with the Abel Daira Stadium Management. That is where Bull FC will be training from. And when you look at Bull FC, it's more of the community, a community team, and we thought it wise to bring this team back, to take this team back to the community. That's why right now we shall be having our trainings from Abel Daira Stadium. Another thing is we are trying to make sure that whatever we agree with our staff, we make sure that we fulfill. Be it salary, be it allowances and all that. Actually, if I'm correct, I think you rate KCC to Bull, not rating Bull to KCC. Because for us, we have whatever it takes to be a professional club. If you look at our administration, right from the chairman, right from the executive, right from the CEO, the technical team and the players, we have the best squad, we have the best technical team, we have the best administrators on ground. The only thing we don't have, maybe, is that we don't own a pitch. But so many teams, we had Villa dominated the Ugandan League for more than 20 years, but they did have a pitch, okay? So it's not a matter of having a pitch to dominate. So I look at Bull as number one in terms of administration, in terms of facilities, in terms of everything. Bull FC is number one. Now, the good thing, they suspended indefinitely. They do not put a limit that they suspended it for this period of time. So indefinite suspension, it means it can be lifted even today. So for us, we are focusing on that team. The team is on ground. By the time the FUFA clears us to start training, our junior team will be training. If the league is not there for the junior team, we shall be having our friendly games for the team. We have a plan of making sure that at least this team have a friendly game every after 1 week, so that we keep them in shape. And even tournaments, we want to make sure that we register our boys so that we maintain these boys. Because when you look at the FUFA plan, they have a view to have a reserve team. For me as a CE, I don't have a budget to get players from outside to come for our reserve team. I'm looking at these boys of under 19 league. Those are the boys we are going to promote to the reserve team. So there is no way we can tell these boys to go away. We are going to keep them around. Maybe for our dear fans, this is an appeal that you see when changes come, there are so many things that happens for the good of the club. So you may find that there are some ways me as a CEO and the executive will be doing some things that are different from our predecessors. One, we are saying that we want to register. We want our fans to register with the club. Two, we want to have fans that can pick something from the pocket and give back to the club. Three, we are going to have our marketing team. We are laying a strategy to have merchandises around, and one of them we have our t-shirts. Very soon we'll be having our replica jerseys, and we are negotiating to make sure that that replica jersey does not cost much. We just give it at a fair price, and we are also looking at having seasonal tickets. And we promise that whoever buys a seasonal ticket will walk away with a free t-shirt. Okay, so we are working with our marketing team to see how we can come up with our seasonal tickets and all that. So our fans, we are telling you, this time Bull FC is here to compete. We are not going to participate like it has been always. We are going to compete. We just need one thing from you, your support. Morally and financially, this club needs you as much as you need this club. So we want to remain as the Lions of the Eastern Giants, and we want to make sure that that comes to pass. Whoever comes to Bugembe to watch a game will be going home happy, because you have the best team. If you look at the players we registered, oh my God, those who witnessed our unveiling, you saw the players we got this season, plus those ones who remained. we are going to have the best team this season. So please come in big numbers, encourage your friends. Also making sure that you travel with the team. And we are playing so much that the government lifts the ban, which is there that we shall be having games minus the fans. We are playing so hard that the pandemic goes away so that you come back and enjoy your brand.